Let's look at the antenatal care protocol chart. So booking visits, the timing of visits should be any time before 16 weeks gestation. The first visit usually at 16 to 20 weeks. So the goals of the booking visit or the first visit are patient assessment, plan for antenatal care, develop birth and emergency plan, give health education, check fetal growth and maternal well-being, start preventive interventions. In history taking, we involve medical, surgical, obstetric, last menstrual period, confirmed period of gestation, contraceptive type and duration, STI, social, including smoking, alcohol, drugs, social support, and examination. So general exams including BP, vulvar examination, use of speculum if indicated, SFH, that's invisible height, abdominal exam, vital observations, mood evidence of trauma. So laboratory investigations include syphilis tests as RPR, VCT, you check urine for protein and glucose, you check HB, determine blood group, you check for sickling, and also GSPD. Also health promotion. For the booking and first visits, we include educate on antenatal care visits. You address any observed or voluntary problems. Also involve husband in antenatal care. You develop birth and emergency plan. You teach danger signs during pregnancy. Discuss STI, HIV, and AIDS. And you provide VCT. And if HIV positive, you ask to come back at 14 weeks to begin ARV for PMTCT. Also discuss pregnancy discomfort, sexual relations. Also counsel on nutrition and self-care. So counsel on ITN use. Advise on common discomforts of pregnancy. So the actions, we give TT1. You give iron or folic acid, HIV counseling, testing and post-test counseling. And if HIV positive, you begin PT. You begin PMTCT at 14 weeks gestation. You treat any problem, counsel woman, and also start IPT with SP after 16 weeks gestation. So second visit. Usually, timing of visit is between 24 to 28 weeks. It goes, you give TT, you exclude multiple pregnancy, you check for pregnancy induced hypertension, you check fetal growth, and you exclude anemia. History taking, you ask for problems, you ask date of first fetal movement, you ask if any vaginal bleeding. Examination, you measure BP, you measure cervical height, abdominal exam, rule out multiple pregnancy, you check fetal heartbeat. The laboratory investigations, if BP is more than 140/90, you check urine for protein, you check HB. Health promotion, so you address problems, you update birth and emergency plan, and also review danger signs in pregnancy. If HIV positive, cancel on PMTCT, you cancel on ITN use, and you advise on common discomforts of pregnancy. Actions, you give TT2, you refill iron or folic acid, IPT SP dose 2, mebendazole, and if HIV positive, PM TCT. Also, you treat any problems, you counsel woman. For third visit, the timing of visit is between 30 to 32 weeks. The goals, you check fetal growth, you exclude anemia, you check for PIH, you update birth and emergency plan. Also history, you ask for problems, you ask if any vaginal bleeding. Examination, measure BP, check for pallor, you measure SFH, that's invisible fundal height. You do abdominal exam, you check fetal heartbeat. Laboratory investigations, if BP is more than 140/90, you check urine for protein, you check HB. And health promotion, you address any problem, and you teach danger signs in pregnancy or labor. You discuss labor, update birth and emergency plan. You discuss family planning, and if HIV positive, you counsel on PMTCT. You counsel on ITN use. You teach you teach about postpartum care. You teach care of the newborn. Early exclusive breastfeeding, thermal care, cord care, and danger signs. So the actions are urethral iron or folic acid, IPT, SP dose 3. You treat any problems, and if HIV positive, PMTCT. They use dual protection for FP HIV and cancer woman. So fourth visit, as timing of visit more than 36 weeks. The goals, you check fetal growth, you check for PIH, you check for preeclampsia, exclude cephalopelvic disproportion, abnormal presentation or lie, and update birth and emergency plan. History taking, you ask for problems, you ask if there is vaginal bleeding. An examination, you measure BP, you measure SFH, you count fetal heart rate, and abdominal exam, you check lie, you check presentation. Laboratory investigations, if BP is more than 140/90, you check urine for protein, you check HB. Health promotion, so early exclusive breastfeeding, thermal care, cord care, danger signs. And we address problems, we discuss labor, update birth and emergency plan. You teach PMTCT in labor, birth, postpartum. You counsel on ITN use, you rediscuss FP and HIV prevention. You teach about postpartum care, you teach care of the newborn, danger signs in newborn, early and exclusive breastfeeding, thermal care and cord care. So the main actions are refill iron or folic acid, you treat any problem, and if HIV positive, PMTCT, dual protection for FP HIV prevention. Also you counsel woman.